Ford built this rare car to destroy the Chrysler 426 Hemi. Ford 1969 Mustang Boss 429. The twilight of the 1960s, the era of muscle car supremacy. As the 1960s drew to a close, the world was a whirlwind of monumental change. The Vietnam War was raging, man had just walked on the moon, and a cultural revolution was reshaping society. Amidst this turbulence, another battle roared across the streets and racetracks of America, the muscle car wars. It was an era when Detroit's automakers ruled supreme, pushing the boundaries of engineering, style, and performance. The late 60s marked the golden age of the muscle car. V8 engines grew to massive proportions, gulping fuel through enormous carburetors, while horsepower figures climbed to breathtaking heights. The Big Three, Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, engaged in an all-out arms race, vying for dominance in showrooms, on drag strips, and on NASCAR ovals. Each new model year brought more powerful, aggressive, and innovative machines as automakers fought to outmuscle their rivals. Among these skirmishes, one rivalry stood out: Chrysler's legendary 426 Hemi engine, the undisputed king of the streets and racetracks, versus Ford's audacious response, the 1969 Mustang Boss 429. Ford or Chrysler, whichever is your favorite, we love talking all sports cars and create unique videos twice per week. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. The rise of the muscle car. The muscle car phenomenon was born from a potent mix of post-war prosperity, cheap gasoline, and a youth culture hungry for speed and freedom. The cars weren't just vehicles, they were rolling statements of power, style, and identity. General Motors had the Pontiac GTO, Chevrolet Camaro, and Chevelle SS. Chrysler had the Dodge Charger, Plymouth Roadrunner, and Barracuda. Ford countered with the Mustang, Fairlane, and Torino. But this competition wasn't just about marketing. It played out on drag strips, NASCAR circuits, and even suburban streets turned into impromptu raceways. Automakers poured resources into developing engines and drivetrains that could dominate in any arena. Chrysler made waves with its 426 Hemi, a masterpiece of engineering introduced in 1964. Its hemispherical combustion chambers allowed for larger valves and better airflow, translating to immense power. The engine's debut at the Daytona 500 was a revelation, with Hemi-powered cars sweeping the top 3 positions. The Hemi quickly became the gold standard in NASCAR and drag racing, cementing Chrysler's reputation for performance. Ford, however, wasn't content to play second fiddle. The Mustang had already established itself as a cultural icon, creating the pony car segment and dominating sales. But to challenge Chrysler's dominance on the track, Ford needed something extraordinary. The birth of the Boss 429. Ford's answer came in the form of the 429 cubic inch V8, effectively known as the Blue Crescent. This engine was a technological marvel designed to compete with the Hemi both on the track and in the hearts of enthusiasts. It was intended for NASCAR, where Ford was determined to reclaim supremacy. The 429 engine was based on Ford's robust 385 series platform, but engineers made significant upgrades to ensure it could handle the rigors of high-performance racing. They reinforced the engine block, added forged steel connecting rods, and installed a forged steel crankshaft. A massive 735 cubic feet per minute Holley 4-barrel carburetor sat atop a specially designed aluminum intake manifold, allowing the engine to gulp down air and fuel with unmatched efficiency. The engine's most innovative feature was its dry deck cylinder heads, which used O-rings to seal coolant and oil passages. This design improved reliability and allowed for easier maintenance, a nod to the engine's racing roots. Hydraulic lifters were used to balance performance with streetability, making the Boss 429 a dual-purpose powerhouse. Despite its official rating of 375 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque, it was widely known that Ford understated the engine's output. True figures likely exceeded 500 horsepower, putting it in the same league as Chrysler's Hemi. Engineering challenges. Fitting the massive 429 engine into the Mustang's engine bay was no easy feat. The engine was so large that Ford turned to CarCraft, a Michigan-based performance shop, to modify the car. CarCraft engineers reworked the Mustang's shock towers, relocated the battery to the trunk, and adjusted the front suspension to make room for the engine. The result was a Mustang like no other. The modifications gave the Boss 429 a wider stance, enhancing its aggressive appearance and improving its handling. A large functional hood scoop, painted to match the body color, hinted at the beast lurking underneath. The car's lowered suspension and wider track gave it a predatory look, as if it were ready to pounce. Exterior design. The Boss 429's exterior was as purposeful as its performance. Every detail served the function, from the front spoiler that improved stability at high speeds to the air vents on the front fenders that helped cool the brakes. The car's clean, sharp body lines emphasized its length and power, while the Boss 429 badges on the fenders announced its pedigree. The hood scoop wasn't just for show, it was a functional feature designed to feed cool air to the engine, ensuring optimal performance. In 1969, the scoop was body-colored, creating a cohesive look. The car's stance, combined with its muscular lines, gave it an unmistakable presence. Ford offered the Boss 429 in 5 colors for 1969, each adding to its menacing persona. These shades included Raven Black, Wimbledon White, and Royal Maroon, each enhancing the car's bold design. Interior features. Inside, the Boss 429 balanced performance-focused design with surprising refinement. The cabin featured bucket seats upholstered in leather, matching the door panels for a cohesive look. The dashboard was straightforward, with prominent gauges for the speedometer and tachometer, critical for monitoring the car's performance. Optional wood trim added a touch of sophistication, extending to the steering wheel and passenger side dash insert, which housed a round clock. Chrome accents provided subtle contrasts, enhancing the car's premium feel without being overly flashy. Despite its race-bred nature, the Boss 429 offered practical touches, like a spacious center console with ample storage. This blend of performance and comfort made it a true dual-purpose car, equally at home on the track or the street. Performance and legacy. The Boss 429 was built to perform. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds and reach 100 miles per hour in just 13.6 seconds. Impressive figures for a street-legal car of its time. While the engine was limited to 6,200 RPM for street use, it was capable of sustaining 9,000 RPM in racing applications, showcasing its durability. Despite its incredible engineering, the Boss 429 faced challenges. NASCAR rule changes and the rise of aerodynamic cars like the Ford Torino Talladega shifted the competitive landscape, limiting the Boss 429's impact on the track. However, its legacy as one of the most audacious muscle cars ever created was secure. Ford produced only 1,358 units of the Boss 429 between 1969 and 1970, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after muscle cars. Each car was essentially hand-assembled, adding to its exclusivity. The end of an era. By the early 1970s, the muscle car era was waning. Rising insurance costs, stricter emissions regulations, and the oil crisis forced automakers to scale back their performance ambitions. The Boss 429, with its massive engine and uncompromising design, represented the peak of this golden age. Today, surviving examples of the Boss 429 are prized collector's items, fetching astronomical sums at auctions. They stand as a testament to the time when American automakers pushed boundaries, creating cars that were as much statements of engineering prowess as they were symbols of raw power. Thanks for spending time with us talking about what we love most, classic cars. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can let you know every time we publish a new video on a car you would love to remember. The 1969 Mustang Boss 429 wasn't just a car, it was a declaration of intent. a symbol of Ford's determination to challenge Chrysler's dominance and reclaim supremacy in the muscle car wars. With its groundbreaking engine, aggressive design, and limited production, it has earned its place as one of the most iconic and revered muscle cars in history. The Boss 429 may not have achieved its intended goal of dethroning Chrysler on the racetrack, but its impact on automotive history is undeniable. It remains a shining example of American ingenuity, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of performance. For enthusiasts and collectors alike, the Boss 429 is more than a car, it's a legend. 9 Ultimate Factory Fords, fastest ever to hit the asphalt. Welcome back, car fans, and thanks for watching. Today, we're talking about Ford's long history of producing some of the fastest and most iconic muscle cars in the automotive world. From classic Mustangs that dominated drag strips in the 60s to modern supercharged beasts, Ford's dedication to speed and performance has never wavered. Let's explore the history of Ford's fastest factory cars, what made them great, their jaw-dropping stats, and why they remain beloved by car lovers everywhere. Number 9. 1971 Ford Mustang Boss 351. This legend is often overshadowed by earlier Mustangs, but it's one of the most powerful and well-rounded Mustangs ever produced. Its 351 cubic inch V8 engine produced 330 horsepower and 370 pound-feet of torque, which made it a serious competitor on both the street and at the track. The Boss 351 could hit a top speed of 126 miles per hour and go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.8 seconds. The Boss 351's design was bold, with a long hood, aggressive front-end styling, and prominent body lines. It came standard with a Hurst 4-speed manual transmission and a competition suspension package, which gave it superior handling compared to many of its competitors. Inside, the car had a simple but functional interior, keeping the focus on performance. People loved the Boss 351 for its blend of power, handling, and style. It offered a great driving experience, proving that muscle cars could do more than just go fast in a straight line. Number 8. 1968 Ford Mustang Cobra Jet. This iconic vehicle was a game changer in the muscle car world. With its 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, this car produced 335 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, though many enthusiasts believed the actual horsepower was closer to 400. This power allowed the Cobra Jet to reach a top speed of around 130 miles per hour and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds, making it a beast on the drag strip. The Mustang Cobra Jet had the same iconic fastback body style as other Mustangs of the era, but with additional performance features like reinforced shock towers, staggered rear shocks, and a functional ram air hood scoop. Inside, it was a bit more stripped down, focusing on performance rather than luxury. The Cobra Jet was loved for its sheer power and dominance on the drag strip. It was the car to beat, and its raw performance made it a legend among muscle car enthusiasts. Number 7. 1969 Ford Torino Cobra. This was a serious performance machine. Powered by the infamous 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, this beast pumped out 335 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. It was capable of a top speed of around 135 miles per hour and could sprint from 0 to 60 in just over 5.5 seconds, which was impressive for its time. Paired with either a 4-speed manual transmission or a 3-speed automatic, it gave drivers the full muscle car experience. The Torino Cobra had a clean, no-nonsense design with an aggressive front end, wide stance, and sleek body lines that emphasized its performance-first attitude. People loved the Torino Cobra for its powerful engine and straight-line speed, especially on the drag strip, where it could really show off. The simple interior and basic comforts also meant that more focus was put on the car's raw power. This car captured the essence of late 60s muscle, big engines, bold designs, and unfiltered power. Hey car fans, if you're enjoying this so far, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. We publish 2 times a week, totally new and unique videos. So let us know in the comments what you want to see next time. Now back to the list. Number 6, 1968 Ford Galaxy. This Ford was a big, bold muscle car that offered both power and luxury. It could be equipped with a range of engines, but the top-of-the-line 427 cubic inch V8 engine produced up to 425 horsepower, giving it the muscle to hit top speeds of around 130 miles per hour. The car's size didn't stop it from being quick either, as it could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds, which was impressive for such a large vehicle. The Galaxy had a long, sleek body with clean lines and a spacious, comfortable interior. It came with options like bucket seats, a console-mounted shifter, and even air conditioning, making it a muscle car that could double as a luxury cruiser. People loved the 1968 Galaxy for its blend of power, style, and comfort. It wasn't just a muscle car, it was a full-size car that could offer a smooth ride for the family while still packing enough punch to leave other cars in the dust. Number 5, 1969 Ford Shelby GT500. This Shelby was one of the most desirable muscle cars of its era. Equipped with a massive 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, the GT500 pushed out an impressive 335 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. It could reach a top speed of 140 miles per hour and accelerate from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, making it a top contender on the road and track. This car featured a distinctive design with Shelby's signature aggressive styling, including a fiberglass front end, functional hood scoops, and bold side stripes. The fastback body added to its sporty, aerodynamic look. Inside, the GT500 offered more comfort and luxury than most muscle cars of its time, with leather seats, wood grain trim, and a stylish dashboard. It was loved for its blend of raw muscle and sleek design. It wasn't just about power, it was about performance with a touch of refinement, making it a legend in the muscle car world. Number 4, 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Another legend was one of the most iconic Mustangs of the late 60s. Powered by a 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, the Mach 1 cranked out 335 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, giving it the muscle to hit a top speed of 135 miles per hour and go from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Available with both manual and automatic transmissions, the Mach 1 offered versatility for different driving styles. Its aggressive fastback design with hood scoops, rear spoiler, and bold striping made it a head-turner on the road. Inside, the Mach 1 came with high-back bucket seats and an optional wood grain dashboard, blending performance with style. It was more than just fast. It was comfortable enough for everyday driving while still packing a punch at the drag strip. The Mach 1 was admired for its combination of speed, style, and practicality. It was a muscle car that could be both a daily driver and a track-ready machine. Number 3, 1965 Ford Galaxy. The Galaxy was a full-size muscle car that packed serious power. Under the hood, you could find a range of engines, but the 427 cubic inch V8 was the star, delivering up to 425 horsepower. This massive engine could push the Galaxy to a top speed of around 140 miles per hour, which was impressive for such a large vehicle. It was also capable of doing 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds thanks to its sheer power. The Galaxy was big, heavy, and built for comfort, with a long, sleek body and a spacious interior. It came with a variety of transmission options, including a 4-speed manual and a 3-speed automatic. What people loved about the Galaxy was that it combined the comfort and luxury of a full-size car with the power of a muscle car. It was the perfect blend of performance and practicality, making it a favorite for long highway cruises and drag races alike. Hey car fans, if you're enjoying this so far, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Number 2, 2011 Ford Mustang GT. Now up to some modern American muscle cars that pack serious power under the hood. Powered by a 5.0-liter V8 engine, this beast delivers 412 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, making it a thrilling ride for any car enthusiast. It can hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds, with a top speed of 155 miles per hour, offering a blend of raw power and precision handling. The 2011 Mustang GT comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, giving drivers a more hands-on, exhilarating driving experience. The retro-styled body harkens back to classic Mustang models while incorporating modern aerodynamic lines. Inside, the Mustang features a driver-focused cockpit with sporty leather seats and a high-tech dashboard. Fans loved this car for its perfect mix of performance, nostalgic design, and affordability compared to other muscle cars. The 2011 Mustang GT reignited passion for the Mustang brand and remains a favorite among enthusiasts today. Number 1. 2022 Mustang GT 500. Wow, now this GT 500 is a modern muscle car that pushes the boundaries of performance. Equipped with a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 engine, it cranks out a staggering 760 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque. This allows the GT 500 to hit a top speed of 180 miles per hour and blast from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, making it one of the fastest production Mustangs ever made. Its aggressive aerodynamic body design includes a large rear spoiler, wide fenders, and functional air vents, all of which enhance its performance. The car also comes with a dual-clutch, 7-speed automatic transmission for lightning-fast gear changes. What people love about the 2022 GT 500 is its blend of modern technology and classic muscle car heritage. It offers blistering speed, advanced handling, and all the modern comforts, from high-tech infotainment to adjustable suspension settings. It's a car that truly bridges the gap between old-school muscle and modern performance. From the vintage muscle of the 60s to the supercharged monsters of today, Ford's fastest factory cars have left an indelible mark on automotive history. These vehicles are more than just machines. They're a testament to Ford's commitment to performance, innovation, and speed. Whether it's the nostalgic charm of the classic Mustang or the jaw-dropping power of the modern Shelby GT 500, Ford's legacy of fast cars is cherished by enthusiasts and collectors alike. Each car on this list not only pushed the limits of performance, but also captured the hearts of gearheads for generations.